I'm going to sign this card. It's a 3 of spades.
This is the amazing box of mystery.
It has a
lot of seminary on it.
It has an X on it. And
Yeah, just sign on the line.
Oh, sign on the line.
Yeah, like a contract. Don't read the back. Don't read what I put on the back.
This is a normal Sharpie.
Any of y'all kids are so inclined to want to come up a little closer. That's
Yeah, kids, come on up. Come on up. You can sit right here. There's plenty of space.
So Curtis, my name is Zan. If you haven't met me yet, and I do card magic. And a lot of times when I'm doing card magic, I'll have a card signed, like I just had Curtis do. And for some tricks, I'll actually bend a card and put a little mark in it, just like that. And there's even a couple tricks that I do where I end up ripping a card in half. And this often kind of startles people when I rip a card in half, because they say, "Aren't you ruining your deck of cards when you do this?" And the truth is that yes, I am ruining the deck of cards when I do this, because I can't use the card anymore. So magicians go through a lot of decks, because even if I could restore the card to its original form, thank you for noticing. Even if I could, it's still got the signature on it, so I can't use it anymore. Curtis, you can come back up and get that at the end. So magicians use a lot of decks of cards. So I want to introduce you today to the card magician's best friend, the card catalog. Because I go through a lot of decks of cards, so I got to have a lot of decks of cards. And you might think this does not seem like a very exciting prop for a magic show. You would normally be right, but this is the card catalog from a magic company. So it is a little different. It works a little differently. You've got your selection of cards. You've got the more esoteric colors like the black or the green, or your more standard blues and reds. What color would you like? Green. See, I like the red because I'm a Wolfpack fan. I'm an NC State Wolfpack fan. You know what I'm talking about. So I picked the red, and I got a red deck of cards out. About that. So in this deck of cards, the card catalog, if you look at the card catalog, you'll actually see the descriptions are not in English. They're in a different language. And the reason is because I use an international, foreign card company. The advantage is they're a little cheaper, and as you saw, they're very fast. Sometimes things get lost in translation a little bit now. And I don't know why this happens, but it happens every time. I order the red cards. They come in the red box, but they give me blue cards. And I don't like that because I have to use red cards for my act. So we're going to see if we can't change that a little bit. You want to help me out by just name a card here for me. Anyone that you see. You can tap the 8 of clubs. Awesome. Okay. You want to tap one too for me? That one? Fantastic. The 8 of clubs and the 6 of diamonds. All right. So we'll use these two cards, the 8 of clubs, the 6 of diamonds. We'll use the 8 first. If I take that blue 8 and I just give it a little rub on the red card box, then as if by magic, the 8 of clubs turns from blue to red. That's not too bad. I'll do the same with the 6 of diamonds here. I'll take that and I'll rub it right there on the red card box. And again, like magic, it changes from blue to red. Now, I could do this one by one with every single card in the deck. And in my 3-hour show, I do. But luckily for y'all, we don't have that kind of time. So instead of taking the cards to the case, I'm going to take the case to the deck, and with just a little bit of a rub, the top card turns red. But not just the top card, the second card, and the third card, and the fourth card, and every single card in that deck of cards turns from blue to red. But for something like this, they're a little small for y'all in the back. So we're going to see if we can't do something a little bigger. Would one of y'all like to help me out with this next one? A few volunteers. I'm going to let you help because you're dressed in that pretty purple dress, and I think I'll look better standing next to her. All right. What's your name? Amy. Well, thank you for coming out and helping. Could you check out the rope, Amy? Make sure that it is exactly as it seems, a normal rope. There are no magnets, no holes, no mirrors, trapdoors, escaping gases, Scientology, any kind of dodgy stuff. You're sure? Okay. And do you happen to have a small metal ring about 8 inches in diameter, solid steel? I don't know why I asked that. Nobody ever does. It's a good thing I brought my own. This act would be a lot shorter. I want you to check out the ring for me. Do the same as you did with the rope. Make sure there are no holes, no mirrors, no magnets. Yank on it, pull on it, make sure it doesn't come apart. There is a seam, but make sure it doesn't come apart. You happy with that? Okay, no holes in it? You're sure? You missed one. It's an old joke, but I have to do it. It's in the contract. You gotta do it. All right. Once the ring is on the rope and the rope is tied, the ring does not come off the rope. That's how ropes work. Hold on to the ring. Just the ring. Blow on it. If you want to get the ring back on the rope, you throw it back towards the knot, and it goes back on. That's just physics. Now, it won't work a second time. In order to get the ring back off the rope, I need to use tools, which is why I brought with me some tools. Scissors. You don't believe me, do you? Scissors, but they cut the rope. Nobody ever believes me, but the scissors cut the rope. They're sharp. That's why I don't ever run.
Oh, God.
Once we cut the rope, we have 2 exactly equal pieces, more or less. Blow on the rope for me. Fantastic. Now we have 2 pieces exactly the same size. That's how that works. And they'll stay like that until you stick them together with super glue, like that. Do you want to know how to catch me when I do the rope trick? You want to know how to catch me? What you have to do is you have to watch the ends. You have to watch the 2 ends, okay? Watch them. They're going to go right there into my pocket. Except for this one. It stays out here with this one.
What?
If y'all will indulge me, I have one last trick. For this one, I need an adult volunteer to come up. There, so I need first. All right. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Thank you for coming up. Sarah, do you know why I asked for an adult volunteer for this trick?
Because adults have never been part of magic tricks before.
Well, that's because adults don't believe in the impossible. Right? Kids are a little easier to fool because kids believe in the impossible. They believe anything can happen. Right? When you're a kid, you think you can do anything. You think you can be anything. Like when I was a kid, I spent half my time trying to figure out what the right muscle to flex was that was going to let me use the force. It was in there, and I was going to find it. But you know, when you grow up, you learn what isn't possible in the world, and you lose your sense of wonder a little bit. Right? You don't believe in the impossible. For example, if I asked you, is time travel possible? What would you say?
No.
Exactly. Time travel is not possible. Luckily for you all here tonight, I am not afflicted by such a lack of imagination. A real working time machine, which I made myself. It is only a prototype. It can only send very small objects, and it can only send them into the future. But it will be sufficient. I'm working on that. It's going to get better. But it will be sufficient for a little experiment here tonight. In addition to the time machine, I have here a deck of cards. They are blank on the faces, and they are blank on the backs. All right? Take a card. Anyone you want. No, not that one. All right? I'm going to give you a Sharpie, and what I want you to do is write on that card something you wish you could do that is impossible. Okay? And this is just for you. You can write whatever you want. I'm not going to see it. They're not going to see it unless you show them. Okay? It's just for you. Something you wish you could do that is impossible. Okay? Now, blow on it a couple times to dry the ink, and then place it back on top of the deck with the message down so that I can't see it. Fantastic. Well done. I'll take that back. Now, in just a second, we're going to send your card into the future. And because we're sending it into the future, I want to put a little return address on it. So we're going to put my name so that they know who sent it. And we'll put today's date. It's the 13th. And here's 15. Keep screwing that up. I haven't gotten used to it yet. All right, fantastic. So now here's what we're going to do. That's your message, right? Okay. I will show them the return address. I won't show them your message, like I promised. Okay. And I'm going to place that right there in the time machine. Okay. Now I'm going to stand over here. I want you to close the lid on the time machine. No, it's fine.
Is it dangerous?
Just don't break it. It's very complicated machinery. Close the latch on the time machine. Okay. With both hands, pick up the time machine for me. Okay? Time is of the essence, so quickly turn the time machine all the way over, and press the button on the bottom 3 times. We want to send it way into the future, so press the button 3 times, and then go put all the pretty lights. And you can send it back down. It'll take a second to work. Probably the right way up.
Oh.
Just pull it the right way up. Yeah. Okay, while that's working, I want to show you something else that's a little weird. I told you earlier that this thing can't transport things into the past yet. But I'm working on it, and I know I'm going to get it eventually. And the reason I know is I have this little stack of letters here, and they're kind of weird. They're all addressed from me to me, but they don't have a physical address on them. They have years. Like this one is addressed from 2019 to this year. And I started getting them the last couple of weeks, and I know that they mean that I'm going to be able to make a time machine that can send things into the past, but I'm not really sure what to do with them yet. I'm not sure if I want to open them and read them and know my future. That should be done by now. You can turn it off, flip it over, turn it off. Okay? Turn it over. Open the latch. Open the lid. Did it not work? Close it back up again. We need to give it another minute. We'll try it. That's it. All right. There we go. Open the latch. Open the lid. Is your card gone? Tell everybody your card is gone. Show everybody your card is gone. Tell everybody. Now, you can set that back down. It's done its job. I didn't just get this stack of letters out to tell you about the weirdness of them. I took them out because I got a very strange letter recently. And it's not this one. This one says it's from 2019. This one says it's from 2021. This one's kind of exciting. It looks like it might be a wedding invitation. It's kind of nice. So fingers crossed on that one. It does say it's from 2025, which is not what I was hoping. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Ah, there it is. Oh, there we go. All right. This one is a little different because you'll see it doesn't just have a year on it. It's got a date. It's got today's date. I got it this morning, and it doesn't just have the date. It has this little message that says "for tonight," right? And if we hold it up to the light, you'll actually see there's something in there that looks kind of like a plane. Now, there's two possibilities. One is that before I came here, I took a random playing card and I stuck it in this envelope and I sealed it up. And that would be nothing, right? That would be kind of making a mockery of this whole process. The other possibility is that this envelope holds your card, which has come from the future, it's made a round trip journey to and from the future, and arrived, impossibly, in this moment, in this envelope. Now, in just a second, I'm going to hand you this envelope. And you're going to see it is completely sealed on every side, and I promise you that it is your card inside. I'm going to hand it to you, and you can return to your seat, and then you have a choice. You can rip open the envelope and see if it really is your card. But once you do that, it's not really special anymore. It's just a ripped open envelope and a playing card. It's not impossible. Right? On the other hand, you can keep it as it is. An unopened letter from the future. An impossible object. A thing that shouldn't exist. And a souvenir to remind you that sometimes mystery is better than knowing. The choice is yours.
Open it, Sarah!
Give her a hand.
Thanks, Nan.
Are you gonna open it?
Awesome as always. Are you done?
I'm done.
Yes.